So we're gonna get a reaction to the Woodlark's room. We're just opening up right now. And, ooh. Oh, wow. This is really nice. Okay, nice and small. Rather large bed, 2 windows. You know, nothing too crazy, but everything that we need. So we got a little rack right here. Nice little setup. It is tiny, but sick. And then let's go into the bathroom. Let's see how nice this one is. Yo, this bathroom's like pretty big.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty nice. Okay.
Thanks for tuning in. We got some new music for y'all. This is Fall, exclusively on Shaded Radio.
end of our last day in Seattle and our first, I guess, half day in Portland. So just to recap what we did, head over to the airport where we got into a pretty small plane to go from Seattle to Portland, and which was a very, very short flight. Once we got on and everybody boarded and everything, they were saying it was only like a 30-minute flight. So 30 minutes later, we're in Portland. From the Portland airport, went down to downtown Portland. Checked in at our hotel, the Woodlark, right over here. It's interesting. I was told that the wallpaper is actually like the silhouette of plants that you can actually locally find, which is awesome. And then from there, right away, I definitely wanted to make sure that I actually went to Macus, which the Woodlark happens to be just about a block or two away from Macus. If you don't know Macus, it is a great boutique out in Portland. Very, very highly suggested. They carry a lot of Arc'teryx, Valence. They carry a lot of like North Face, Rick Owens, John Elliott, as well as, what were some other brands that you saw there? CP Company. Just a really, really good assortment of greatly curated brands out there. More importantly, one of my buddies who's a manager at Macus, Nick, I'll leave his Instagram right over here, met up with him, and after that we went to at Macus. I actually purchased one of their 10th anniversary necklaces that's made by actually someone that I'll put the Instagram right up now, someone who's actually based in Vegas, funny enough. And so I bought that. I'll show that off in a pickups video sometime soon as possible. And then afterwards we went to Kissing Booth, a vintage store that is run by Cole McBride and Jacob Keller. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, have seen it. Really cool selection. It's not the most affordable thing in the world, but the things that they have there are really nice and pretty special. And then after that, we went to a place called Francis May, which is right down the street. Interestingly enough, Portland seems to be it seems really small. There's a lot of really good shops that are in a very close proximity to each other. We went to Francis May. April was able to actually get a really nice sweater there. I think I might include in my pickups video that I do later on. But other than that, Francis May is a great place for the more kind of contemporary, like one-off couture type of things. They're really cool there. Other than that, we also ended up meeting up with my friend Nick again for some dinner. We went to a ramen shop, and this kind of blew my mind because the ramen shop is actually owned by one of my favorite restaurants back home in Vegas, and naturally it was quite good. After quite a bit of time just chatting and talking to Nick, we then afterwards got dessert at a s'mores place, which I was kind of skeptical on because I'm not really a big sweets person, and I had never ever heard of a place that was just s'mores, but it was very good, very highly suggested. We're back at the hotel now. Just want to give it a rest. It's Sunday night, so we're just gonna go ahead and relax and prepare ourselves for tomorrow. One full day in Portland, and so far Portland has been absolutely amazing.
Are you mad? Because if you are,
Bitches on the stallion. For real. For real. Bitches on the stallion. For real.
All right, midday update in Portland. So far, the shopping in Portland is absolutely amazing. Some of the best I've actually ever seen. And so, just to recap what we did so far, first was breakfast at Screen Door. Delicious. Portions very big. I was very, very, very full. I got a breakfast sandwich. April got chicken fried steak, right? Yeah, chicken fried steak, both extremely good. Also got their homemade cream soda, extremely good. Relatively pricey. It's a little bit nicer of a place, and I think it's in like the financial district, so you kind of got to expect that. But the food was very, very good. Service was also very good. After that, I didn't actually record it because I didn't expect anything, but we actually went to Buffalo Exchange, and I was extremely surprised to find a pair of old Rick Owens spring blades, as well as a Margiela tabby sneaker, which was really cool. Pretty cheap, actually. The Rick Owens shoe was like $225, and then the Margiela sneaker was like $400, and I was like, wow, that's actually pretty good, and especially to find it at Buffalo Exchange. I don't know who gave that up at a Buffalo Exchange, but my suggestion is if you have designer stuff and you want to make a little bit of money off of that and get your money back, don't sell it to Buffalo Exchange because they give you very, very, very low rates. But other things, I can't knock Buffalo Exchange too much because I let a lot of things go at Buffalo Exchange, but it's kind of the other things that I'm not willing to kind of put the work in to resell, essentially. But other than that, after Buffalo Exchange, we went to Powell's City of Books. Is that what it's called? Yeah, so that place was honestly overwhelming. If you're a big reader, definitely go. It is huge, there's multiple floors, and each and every room has like a different theme to it. Not theme, but genre of book. They have anywhere from manga to history to... they had a political section, kind of crazy. The sheer amount of books in there. I'm not huge into reading books, at least not yet. I'm trying to get better about it. But if you like books, I'd be surprised if you didn't find something for yourself in Powell's City of Books. At some point, I actually thought I got lost too because it was just so big, but very cool nonetheless. After that, we went to the coffee shop was called Never, right? Never Coffee. Very good coffee. Quite enjoyed it. I got the honey latte, which was really good. It's kind of like a hot chocolate with like a shot of espresso and honey, which was really nice. Warmed us up. It's a little bit cold here. Today actually isn't really all that rainy at all. It's not even cloudy. It's actually sunny, which is actually pretty surprising. Other than that, after Never, we hopped on over to Kiriko, right? Mm-hmm. So Kiriko, the way it's laid out and just everything is absolutely beautiful. Every sort of Japanese anything is in there. It is so, so nice. They have anything from their own made things, like Kiriko made things, as well as other Japanese inspired things. And it is just so, so, so nice in there. It's a very calming place. The music they play is very mellow, and you get to kind of browse around. They also have like they have like household items there as well, and other things that are just so nice. Granted, it's pretty expensive in there, but I mean, when it's all imported and all very detail oriented, you kind of gotta expect it. But I would very highly suggest checking out Kiriko when you're in Portland. Next up after Kiriko, we went to Self Edge. If you are unaware of what Self Edge is, it is a store that basically specializes in denim and Americana. It was a very small store, but I actually found something absolutely amazing that I really, really wanted. I'm spending so much money here, or on this trip. Way more than I should. But when you find something good, honestly, and the experience is really good, sometimes I just cave. But I'm not gonna give it away. But there is something that I will show, hopefully in an upcoming pickups video, because there is plenty of them. Anyway, they had a lot of really, really good things like sugarcane denim. They had various weights of denim as well, anywhere from lighter weight to heavier weight. I think the heaviest I saw there was a 21 ounce, which is quite a lot and not practical for me to have in Las Vegas. But there was also a lot of really impressive things. As I'm sure a lot of you guys know, I'm a really big fan of Rick Owens, and they had Rick Owens denim there. Anywhere from like the Detroit cut jeans as well as other jean types as well. And they actually had 2 pairs of Rick Owens Ramones. Those Rick Owens Ramones were denim Ramones, which I see very few of, and it was just really cool and very fitting for the shop. But stop by the hotel for a little bit of like a rest, get some water, because we're doing a lot of walking here, but surprisingly everything is very, very walkable here. So one thing I actually forgot to mention was that when I went to Macus, my buddy Nick went ahead and gave me this. This on the back has a list of shops in Portland that honestly is just so very helpful. The fact that this is even a list and that they provide it to people that visit, this is a lifesaver. This shows you all the shops that are relatively close to the Macca's store, mostly within walking distance, I would say, and anything that's worth taking a look at. It's basically like a traveler's guide, and it is so extremely helpful. So definitely take a look at this, screenshot it. If you're coming to Portland, I very highly suggest looking at any of these places because they were all really, really cool. I haven't checked them all out yet, but I'm on my way to check out as many of them as I can. As much as I love Seattle, so far Portland is really blowing me away, and this is the first time I've ever been here. And honestly, like, I won't have time to check out everything that I want to, because there's also a lot of nature related things to do here, like hiking and whatnot. And I would love to do that, however, I don't think I have enough time here to. That's just more reasoning for me to visit again, and I would love to. This trip so far has continued to be amazing. So let's carry on with the vlog. cap it all off, a little bit more of the day in Portland, we went to Muji, which I have actually never been inside of a Muji. Honestly, their like basics were really, really good. Everything was so minimal and simplistic, and not just the clothing, but the like household furniture and just everything that they had there was just so minimal and perfect. I very highly suggest a Muji. I know a lot of people already know about Muji, but I have never been in one, and honestly I wish we had one in Las Vegas because it is so all-encompassing, everything you might need. After that, went ahead and checked out the Nike in downtown Portland. Nothing too crazy to see there. I can't say that I had an exceptionally, great time in there. It was just a regular Nike store essentially. Checked out one of the malls that was in downtown Portland, Pioneer Place, I think it was called. Nothing for me. Just wanted to check out and see what was available. And there was like the typical luxury stores, Gucci, Saint Laurent, other things like that. But really what kind of accelerated the night was definitely going to what is it called again? Little Big Burger? I think it's called Little Big Burger. Anyway, we went to a burger place and it was delicious, not too expensive, pretty, the portioning was a little small, but it was like perfect for walking around. I didn't get too full, so I didn't feel bloated, but the burger was great, the fries were great, and it was a nice little cute spot down in downtown. From there, we actually, to cap off the night, because a lot of things close relatively early in Portland, usually around 6, 7 o'clock, just about everything is closed as far as retail goes. Restaurants are still open, however, we just wanted to kind of see what was around, and when we went to Self Edge earlier in the night, we came across this standalone movie theater, which, interestingly enough, living in Las Vegas and growing up in Las Vegas, everything is located inside of a casino. So whenever we want to watch a movie, a vast majority of the time, we go to a casino just to actually watch the movie. And that's all I've ever known, and that's kind of what I'm used to, is going to a casino, going bowling at the casino, or watching a movie at the casino, going to a buffet in a casino. And so I know it's like very typical Las Vegas lifestyle, but to go to a standalone movie theater like that, living room theaters, it was honestly so charming and really cool. We were able to get drinks. April got a hot chocolate, I got a hot apple cider, which there needs to be more hot apple cider available in Las Vegas. Just this trip, I realized that hot apple cider is so great, honestly. And I know it's just hot apple juice essentially, but it's really underrated. Forget hot chocolate being the seasonal drink of choice. Hot apple cider is so good. But we also saw a movie. We saw The French Dispatch, a Wes Anderson movie. Going into it, I knew very, very little. However, after watching the movie, it's maybe almost something like 2 hours long. If you don't know the premise of it, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it is basically just about... It's basically an anthology film and encompassing everything, all the different sections of a newspaper, and telling stories, showing stories based off the different sections of a newspaper. And I think that, all in all, very enjoyable movie. I don't know if I could watch it again, but very, very good movie. Beautifully shot, just as all Wes Anderson movies are. Story-wise is interesting because it's not all one linear story. It's all, like I said earlier, it's basically an anthology film where it's a lot of different pieces that just come together at the end, which it was very good. I say so. Did you like it, April?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
It's different from his other movies.
Yeah, very, very different. But all in all, I say definitely watch it if you have the time. And what was even better was that we're here on a Monday, and the movie theater actually has a deal on Mondays and Tuesdays, so it's like half off movies, so each ticket was about $7.50, which is awesome. And that is the end of our second day in Portland. Tomorrow, unfortunately, our very last day of vacation, but tomorrow, I would say more so of like kind of a half day. Our flight is at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, so gonna meet up with some people, gonna hang out, and just enjoy our last little bit in Portland. Wrapping up the day in Portland, first thing we did was go to Cheryl's on 12th, like some southern food. Was very good. So far the food just downtown in Portland has been very, very good. And after that, checked out such a cool place. It was called Nakamura in downtown Portland. They carried things anywhere from vintage things as well as undercover and nanamika and a lot of very specifically Japanese streetwear type of stuff, which I was very, very pleased to see. Very tempted to buy more things, but trying to cut it back because I've already spent so much money. But that was basically it, and after that just kind of met up with my buddy Nick, and we were just chopping it up, chatting, strolling. It's interesting, Portland actually seems like a great place to just go without a plan and just kind of wander around, at least the downtown portion, because there's just so many things in a close proximity. I very, very highly suggest coming to Portland. The shopping here is absolutely amazing, and honestly, weirdly enough, there's like a weird prominence for Japanese vintage, Japanese Americana, which is really, really cool. I wish we had even remotely a little bit of what Portland and Seattle have as far as shopping in Las Vegas, but unfortunately Las Vegas is kind of dry well, literally dry, as well as dry in the shopping department as well. But this trip has been absolutely amazing. The people that I've met up with have been so great and so cool. Shout out to Kenneth Nguyen and Justin from Drip Tea Market. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to just everyone that I've met so far on this trip, and it has been such a great experience, such a good trip. I know this vlog is going to be quite long, but honestly, I hope you guys enjoyed every minute, because I certainly have enjoyed everything from the food to the clothing to the people. And pickups video for this, as well as other things that I picked up in the past couple of months, coming as soon as possible. I'm moving out soon, so you know, maybe a little bit of a delay on that, But an amazing trip. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. We're going home back to Las Vegas and back to reality, back to real life. If you guys are into this kind of thing, this vlog style video, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what I could do better. Tell me what I like. Just talk to me. DM me, comment on this video. Let me know, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate you all. And until my next video, I'll catch you guys later.